Okay, welcome. I'm doing a quick review of the Shure MV7. MV7, yeah, that's right. Um, this is a quick review, not a technical review. It's a review of things that I didn't see covered on any of the reviews that I saw for the microphone. So there's abundance of technical reviews. This is not a new microphone by any means. It is new to me. I just got it yesterday. I purchased it myself on Amazon to replace the Samsung G-Track Pro, which I was using previously. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it. Anyway, I really like it. I'm sure I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep the two of them because the Samsung itself is also a very good microphone. Um, but anyway, I just saw in the total review, I'm going to end up showing what this sounds like on the phone. What we're hearing now, it's hooked up to the phone. I'm recording the video through my phone. I'll also be hooking it up to the computer, giving you a sound test to the computer, and also to the PlayStation 5. Another thing that I didn't see covered was hooking it up to a PlayStation, what it would sound like, how would the headphone jack sound, and so on. Also, I'll be giving you comparisons to the Samsung microphone. On the phone, um, you don't really hear too much of a difference. I think the phone actually takes care of the audio pretty good. Uh, and the phone, by the way, is the Note 21 Ultra. But on the computer and on the PlayStation, you actually hear a considerable difference. And so the last thing before I stop this segment, the on the phone, I didn't need the software for the phone to recognize the microphone. Just plugged it in. But I did notice I did download the software on the phone, and when I opened it up, it did change the sound a little bit. So it didn't, to me, it made it sounded a little better in my opinion. But on the software, I'm also only using the automatic. So there's an automatic setting, and there is a manual setting. And so I use the automatic setting. I didn't change any of the settings in default, so I don't know what the gain is. I believe it was like halfway. I'm not sure. Uh, but after I downloaded the app, it seemed to save the settings to the microphone because it seemed to stay the same. And I don't open the app anymore. I just open my camera. I'm using my camera now. So yeah, all in all, I'm really happy with the microphone. And just so you get an idea, if you get up close to it, you know what you would sound like when you're right on top of it. You know, obviously you can hear the proximity difference. Um, and then also, full disclosure, I'm in an untreated room. Obviously, my living room, you can see the I have the fan going in the background, so you should also be able to listen for the fan and see how well the sound it drowns out the sound because it is a dynamic microphone, as the Samsung microphone is a condenser microphone. So you in some of the other tests, you'll probably hear a big difference. So next, we'll do the sound test for the Samsung. Okay, now the test for the Samsung microphone. I'm trying to hold it the same distance away from my face so you can hear the difference. And to be honest, on the phone, you probably won't hear much of a difference outside of, I think, the background noise. Like I said, this is an untreated room. The fan's on, the door's open. I have windows open, so it's really you can hear. There's a motorcycle going by outside, which you can probably hear with this microphone, as the dynamic microphone doesn't pick it up as easily, or it's harder to hear in the background. And then if I get up close to it, you can hear the difference also. This is probably sounding pretty bad, but I'll have to play it back to find out because I don't have any monitoring. And this one, I have the gain only a quarter of the way, if you can see. This is on cardioid, and which is the Shure microphone is a cardioid microphone, so this is on cardioid. but the gain is only a quarter of the way because, like I said, it's a condenser microphone, so it's got a much more much more powerful amplifier. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Like I say, not a technical review, just something for you to compare it to and see. And then also, this is also plugged into my phone, and I didn't have to download any software. Nothing to. There actually is no software for it, so it's just basically my phone treating the audio. So next, we'll hop over to the computer, and you can get a. Though I don't have a webcam, so I won't have any visuals, but you can actually at least hear the audio that I record on the computer. So we'll be back in a few. Okay, now onto the computer. So this is what your microphone would sound like on the computer. So the microphone is up to my face. I'm sorry I don't have a webcam to show you, but the microphone is on my face because when it's hooked up to the computer, it's definitely not as loud as it was on the phone. I don't know, on the phone it picked up quite well. And I believe on the PlayStation it actually picks up quite well. It doesn't have to be in my face. But if I move away from the microphone, so now I am say about 4 or 5 inches from the microphone, and this is what the microphone sounds like. And then when I move up, this is what the microphone sounds like. I'm not running the software on the computer. I wanted you to be able to hear the microphone without the software, just plugging it in. So the software is not on, it's off. This is what your microphone would sound like without the software. And we will move on to the Samson in a minute. I just remembered I do want you to hear the noise cancellation in the room, because as I said before, I'm in the living room, doors open, windows open, and the fan is on because it is 90 degrees out here, which is the reason I looked the way I looked in the video, because it's 90 degrees out here and it is hot. I have no AC in my apartment and it is hot. Anyway, let me stay quiet for a second so you can see if you hear the fan. Yeah, so that was a good 10 seconds, and I'm pretty sure it does a good job of drowning out the fan, not being able to pick up the fan. So now we'll move on to the Samson. Okay, so this is a test of the Samson G-Track Pro microphone. So I am holding the microphone up to my face about the same distance as I had the Shure microphone, so you can hear the difference, what the difference sounds like. This microphone is definitely heavier on the lows than on the highs, but I feel like if you pull it away from your face a little bit, let's say 5 or 6 inches, like so, the sound is definitely a lot better. But also you lose a lot of the lows. So, you could have it further away from your face, maybe turn the gain up a little bit, and it wouldn't sound too bad, but you definitely lose all of the lows when it's 5 or 6 inches from your face. So if I pull it back, then you hear the difference. To me, it sounds like it gets muddy. There's a lot of lows, and it sounds like it gets muffled and muddy, and I don't know, I'm not a big fan. And before I go, I want to do the sound test to see if we can hear the fan. So I'm going to take 10 seconds and be quiet to see if we hear the fan in the background. Okay, so I'm going to listen to the playback, see if I can hear the fan, see if you hear the difference. And when I come back, I will be on the PlayStation. Okay, so here we are with the PlayStation. So I did switch it up a little bit, if you can tell. I did the Samson first, when the other recordings were the Shure microphone first. So this is what the Samson sounds like on the PlayStation. Testing. So as you can hear, it's probably muddy. The microphone is up to my face. If I pull it away 5 or 6 inches, this is what it sounds like. You can see it sounds really clear, but then it loses a lot of the lows, and then when I put it back, I get a lot of the lows back, but I lose a lot of the highs. So I'm pretty sure, pretty sure the Shure won't do that. So let's test the noise floor because I am in the same environment. The microphones are on the exact same settings. So let's be quiet for 10 seconds and see if you can hear the fan. Okay, so I don't know if you can hear the fan. I'm gonna have to listen back. I think you probably did, but I'm gonna have to listen back. So in a minute here, I'll come back with the Shure microphone. So see you in a minute. Okay, so here we are with the Shure microphone. The microphone is turned up about halfway on the PlayStation menu, so the microphone is about halfway up. Um, Also, the microphone is probably a couple inches from my face. It is a lot louder on the PlayStation. I don't know why. I don't know if it has anything to do with the gain on the actual in the PlayStation menu, but the microphone is a little louder, so it does pick up a little better. It doesn't have to be in my face. I'd say it's probably 3 or 4 inches from my face right now. Um, so another thing I noticed with the PlayStation was the headphone jack. So both of these microphones have headphone jacks. And when I plug my headphones into the Samsung um, and I'm playing games, the spatial audio was not very good. Uh, I could tell in a general sort of way where sounds were coming from, but I could never really pinpoint them. And with Shure microphone, I was absolutely 100% able to pinpoint them if they were on my right or my left, on top of me, below me. Like I knew exactly where the sound was coming from. So as far as my headphones go, I use SteelSeries Arctis 3 headphones uh, to plug into the 3.5 millimeter jacks. And like I said, it didn't compare. Like it was a night and day difference. Um, so before I go, I mean that pretty much does it. Before I go though, I do want to see if we can hear the fan. Give you 10 seconds of silence so you can hear background noise. So that was what you would be able to tell, and I'm still in the same situation. Uh, and none of the settings changed. Um, so that's it. That's gonna do it. I mean, I really just did this so you know for sure that it can be hooked up to a PlayStation. It is a USB microphone 100%. I don't have any XLR, so I can't go into XLR. Um, so, this is just the mic purely as a USB mic. So I hope this helped. If you have any questions, leave questions below. Yeah, until the next video, we'll see you.